Okay, in this video, we are going to take a look at how you can use arrows, squares, circles, and cones that you can draw up pretty easily to help you understand distances and areas of effect when you are operating on a battle map of some sort, any type of map for that matter. So I am going to begin. I'll just bring up a little map here. We've got a snow village where we've got our adventurer Kai Mysticus, who is tangling with 3 iceborne orcs. So we have the ability to draw 4 different images, shapes, that can help us just understand a little better distances and areas of effect. There are 2 ways to draw these shapes. The first is by right-clicking on the screen and coming up to our pointers area. There we're given the options to draw an arrow, square, circle, or a cone. Obviously, we have 3 here that are the 3 basic shapes of our spells. And then an arrow that really helps us understand distances and if things are lined up, if it's a spell that may affect more than one person in a line. Now, to use this method, we would say select our draw arrow. We'll come out here, and maybe Kai wants to understand how far away Iceborne Orc 3 is. So I'm just going to start on the edge of Kai's square. Press and hold the left mouse button, and I'm going to draw right over, and we can see that that Iceborne Orc is 40 feet away. Now, when this arrow is drawn, I can come to this end where the little square appears, and now I can move that around. I can see that this orc is 10 feet away, that orc is 20 feet away. And using our little marker point on the other end of this, I can actually just draw and drag this shape around. If I want to get rid of the shape when it's drawn in this manner, I will need to right-click, come back to my pointers, and select remove the pointer, and that will go away. Now I can use that same method to draw our squares, circles, and cones. But there is a much easier way, and the way that I would suggest you use, and that is some shortcuts that are created in the background here. So the first is, if I'd like to draw the arrow, I can come to the edge of Kai's token here by pressing down the left and the right mouse keys and holding them. I can draw that same arrow over here to see our 40 feet of distance. I'm able to manipulate it the same way. I can come to this end now just by left clicking only and move that around to see how far things are. And what's really nice when you use this method is if you press left and right at the same time and just click them, that particular shape disappears. So in order to draw some of our other shapes, I'll just bring up a little sheet here. So for drawing the various shapes, we hold down the left and right mouse buttons to draw an arrow. We hold down our shift key plus the left and right mouse buttons for a square. We hold down the control key, left and right mouse buttons for a circle, and hold down the alt key with the left and right mouse buttons for a cone. And again, if we want to delete those shapes, we just click the left and right mouse buttons simultaneously. That will cause that to disappear. So start off with our square. I'm going to hold down shift and the left and right mouse buttons, and there is my square. So I'm going to draw a 20-foot square. Once our square is in place, if I pick the little center, the little square, I can now move my square around. If I want to understand what the area of effect of a particular spell might be. And I can also come here to the 20 and expand on that. So maybe it was actually meant to be 30 feet. And I can come back here now and move that around again. If I want to get rid of this, again, I just have to press the left and right mouse keys again. Just click them. That will disappear. Draw our circle, same method. Now I'm going to hold down Control, left and right mouse buttons, and there is my circle. Got a 15-foot radius, and that is important to realize that this is the radius, not the diameter of this circle. So if I go to my center point here and I just kind of line that up, we can see that is 15 feet, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 to our radiuses. And then I'm able to move that around if I want to understand the area of effect at this circle. And I will get rid of that left and right mouse buttons. And finally, with the Alt, I'll press down Alt. I will hold the left and right mouse buttons, and I can draw a cone. With the cone, I can grab the end piece. I can move my cone around. So if this is going to start off here, and then I can come over to this end, and I can move that around. So we can see who we might be able to get with a cone. Cone area of effect is particularly difficult to calculate sometimes because you're actually covering a greater area as you move outwards. So if you're trying to figure out, is there any way that I can get all three of these fellas? There is not. As I move back and forth because of the way the cone develops, I'm not able to get all of those. So very useful in figuring out any of your spells that have a cone area of effect. And again, to get rid of our cone here, I'm just going to press the left and right keys, and all those shapes have disappeared. So really nice way to be able to figure out distances and area of effect for your spells when you're operating on any sort of map. So that's it for that. Thanks.